I used to believe that only the big things mattered. You know, these moments when you finally get the role, the job, the yes you've been praying for. When something you've worked so hard for finally lands in your hands. And don't get me wrong, those moments are sacred. But life, real life, everyday life, doesn't just happen in those highs. It unfolds in the quiet in-betweens. The everyday moments we just rush past. The morning light dancing across the floor. The tea you make with your whole heart. The smile you give just because. These moments, they are your life. And they are not small. They are holy. And they are actually everything, because they make up your life. While Boss and I already have been celebrating summer solstice on the day I made my video with the flower crown, of course we also wanted to have a little celebration on the day itself. It was a week when the kids were with us, and while Boss and the boys were out swimming, I prepared everything. I started the fire, even though it had to be redone later. But yeah, it was a gorgeous moment I shared there with my little helper, Khaleesi, out in the garden.
Now keep the fire going and you do your thing.
You have to do, we all have to do the thing.
You have to, I don't know how
You
it
have to
does,
dance
and
around
you,
the fire.
and I don't know how it does, and you need the fire, so you keep it going, and you can do the dance.
I'm not going to dance, you have to
do
go.
the fire dance.
You have to, okay.
On the summer solstice.
On the what?
The thing you just did.
Kan je die doekjes even terugleggen?
Ja,
Of ik?
dat
Maakt niet uit.
No doekjes.
My opinion that you made a great fire.
I'm so good.
You're a great fire maker.
You made the best. Goodbye note.
Hi all.
Look. Now we can do a cool ending. Wave to the universe. So magic. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love summer. I'm also not living in a place where we have too much sun. So whenever the sun is there, I just love to go out and soak it up. So Boss and I went on a coffee date. Well, actually on a smoothie date that day. And yeah, shared a beautiful moment together.
Tales of an endless heart. Cursed is the fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. Your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Oh, river, like a river.
Do you remember the cat from my last video? Well, I could get her into the house and I called what we call dierenambulantie. It's something like the animal rescue place. And I wanted to figure out if she was chipped and if she was owned by someone. Well, she was chipped, but there was nobody registered to that name.
So I thought, oh, that's great. Luckily, I took her in, but later the evening, there was a lady standing at my door telling me that it actually was her cat and that she was just very, very old. So I just hopped off a beautiful coaching that I've had with an incredible couple. Normally we do that together, Bas and I, but he's really feeling unwell. He has actually broken his toe on summer solstice last Saturday, that is. He was swimming with the kids, and goddess, don't ask me what he did, but he broke his toe while swimming in the water by hitting it on the knee of one of the boys. And yeah, so that happened, and now he's so tense that he's feeling nauseous and has the mother of all headaches, so he couldn't make it to the coaching. But yeah, what I actually wanted to talk about was this beautiful moment that we've had today, when we talked about being honest with ourselves. So often when we start to, make other people's response to us be more important than our own. Because when we know, when we're showing up, when we're doing the work, when when we have a goal and we're changing and we're getting uncomfortable and we're doing all this stuff that we normally wouldn't do, and it's so hard to break patterns, right? Our brains are these very actually lazy organs that kind of want to do what they're always doing, and they're having these patterns that mostly are rooted somewhere in our childhood even, or later on, stuff that we have picked up to keep us safe. And sometimes they're working for us and sometimes they're not working for us or no longer working for us. But there's always a reason why we're having certain stuff that we're kind of keeping on repeat. But so if we're kind of leaving a pattern and do things differently, it's uncomfortable. Obviously, we also always need the sacred why. We only can do it for ourselves. If we do it for another person, if we do it just to be seen by someone, or if we just do it to get, positive feedback from whoever it is, can be our partner, can be our friend, can be our parent, can be our coworker, our boss, whoever it is in your life. If we're doing things just for their praise or just for them to see us, we will always be so dependent on their feedback. But if we know that we have been showing up, if we know that we are doing the work, their opinions don't matter that much anymore, because we know it. And we can have our backs, and we see the difference, and we can become more self-reliant and become better friends to ourselves. If we keep other opinions about us more important, or keep them more important than what we think about ourselves, there will always be a hole in some way, and we will always be at the mercy of other people. And also it puts a lot of pressure on other people's shoulders, because they have to make us happy. They become our source of happiness and our source of self-worth. Look in the mirror and see who you are, because I know sometimes we forget to celebrate ourselves. We just take everything that works for granted, and everything that doesn't, we kind of beat ourselves up. But if you really look back and see all the growth you have been doing, all the things that you have been changing, all the great successes that you have already had in your life, we just take them for granted. And now is the time to also once really tap on your shoulder and say, hey, thank you for showing up. Thank you for never giving up on yourself, and to really be a good friend to yourself and acknowledge yourself for all the incredible things you've been doing. You're worth it.
Have I mentioned before that we don't always have the bestest of weather in the Netherlands? Well, it's just the truth. So when we get sunshine, it's just so special, and let's just soak together in the beauty that this day was holding for us.
Follow through, take your time. You move like water and taste like wine. You're holier than I am, holier than I am. Gentle hands, gold-lit eyes. I am a man made of borrowed time. You're holier than I am, holier than I am. I am the dust, you are the rain. You pull me close, I push away.
I just had a coaching cancellation. Well, it just didn't go through because of a glitch. Stuff happens. But that's amazing because then I get a chance to talk to you. Because I really think it is so important to remember that life is happening now. You know, I used to be I'm still a dreamer. I will always be a dreamer, but I just used to live for these big things, for the next breakthrough, for the next, huge event to happen, that I didn't realize what actually was happening in the now. And I kind of just dismissed the little things in my life. And when I changed that and really realized that, everyday life is my life. That's the life that I'm creating, and I can either just kind of bypass it or think it's boring, or I don't know, whatever I can title it with, or I can really make it special. I can really see the beauty in every given moment. I can drink my tea, for example, and bless the herbs before I'm drinking it and thanking them for helping me with whatever the intention is for them to help me with, right? Or I can really stop and smell the flowers. And I know this is such a cliche, and we all heard this, go and stop and smell the flowers, but it's so true. Only by slowing down and actually seeing what is happening around us, becoming aware and being present in our bodies, helps us to connect with the present moment and to actually be here, to be alive, be embodied in this human body that we all have. So that's what I really intend to do very much this upcoming summer. Well, it's already started super hot today. And yes, I'm still drinking tea because I'm drinking my teas no matter how hot it is. They can also help you cool down, by the way, depending on which herb you're using. I really have an incredible summer ahead. Next week, I'll be traveling to England, to Glastonbury, well, to Avalon, to be very precise for those who know, to assist a beautiful retreat. And after that, we will go as a whole family to Switzerland with both teenagers and both dogs. So that will be interesting to meet my family and friends and to be with them. And after that, Boss and I will be traveling to Sweden to meet up with some beautiful and beloved friends of ours. So I'm really looking forward to this summer. I'm not sure how much I get to film, but I try to, take you along as good as I can, and to just inspire you also with what I'm doing. And I really hope that you can enjoy whatever you're up to. Because the thing is this, there will always be something that is not how it's supposed to be. There's always something we're worrying about. There's always something that we want to be different, right? And we have this tendency to, if only X, Y, Z was solved, then I could actually be present and enjoy the time. But life is messy and it's always cyclical, right? There's always birth, life, death, and rebirth. That's just what happens. And I have the feeling right now in this world, the pace is going faster and faster, and these cycles go faster and faster. And when we're not present, or are waiting for the moment when all our problems, will be dissolved, we will be waiting for a very, very long time. So please enjoy every moment of it. This is time you will never get back, and just try to make the best of it. Try to just really make the best of it in whatever way you can. And I'm just sending you so much love, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Blessed, blessed be.